Kolbrin Bible, Book 5, Chapter 26. Keep in mind, this chapter is from the perspective of catastrophic situation. For that reason, I see this as man's law, because it is not consistent. Wisdom, or God's law, applies always and can guide you toward a better life, even though it might be hard. Part 1 is overall guidance. MAN 26:6. Good deeds must outweigh wicked ones on the great scales. Otherwise, the spirit is doomed to darkness. MAN 26:7. A man is expected to strive for perfection on earth, but not to achieve it. Let him be judged according to his efforts. MAN 26:8. Bewail not if prosperity departs from you. It passes from the good, for they have passed its test. MAN 26:9. The day of the destroyer will come again, and the land shall be laid waste. It will strike out of heaven at a time when there is prosperity and peace, though the minds of men shall be perplexed. It will be a time when men worship the works of men and say, there is nothing greater than these. When women are as men and men as women, when the hearts of men are in turmoil and all men seek pleasure and gain, when craftsmen are inefficient and workmen are idle, and all men seek ease and comfort. MAN 26:10. Be alert and strong, my children. Be ready for the day of the next visitation, when doom reaches down from the skies and man is blasted with irresistible power. God gave free will, not certainty. To gain the illusion of certainty, you must give away free will. No human has the answers God has, and they just act like they do and often tell lies better, likely because they've convinced themselves they know everything. History does not repeat itself exactly. Variations happen. But always human behavior does follow a pattern. Hardship leads to respect, empathy, humility, peace. Prosperity leads to selfishness, envy, anger, hubris, conflict. Humanity has an expiration date. The old do die. They can only tell of hardship and try to put in societal form methods to check the tendency for future generations to cause chaos from ignorance and arrogance. Over time, new ideas take over, new experiences, new lessons that change how these efforts made from wisdom are understood. They make a small change, not understanding the big picture. What was understood in total becomes conflicting. Right and wrong become conditional based on each individual. It seems capricious, hypocritical. A problem once fixed starts to reappear because the societal rule put in place to compensate for humanity's brain drain is removed. The cycle can be slowed, but it can never be stopped. Earth is a place of testing, of shaping. Advancement comes only through lessons. Some are painful, others pleasant. Society repeats this pattern because humanity's behavior will never be satisfied. The seeds to the next cycle are planted by those that learned the most lessons from the last. Because after suffering so much and loving their children, they want to protect them. Give them all they lacked, forgetting the best lessons are often taught from failure. Parents always say, I just don't want you to make the same mistakes as I did. Forgetting those mistakes taught you humility. Your actions, however, gave your child a different lesson, and while your words ring, after you die, those words will be echoes. It will be the experiences they learned that will be passed to their children with earnest. Your overprotecting the child will be seen as too restrictive, so they will not want to make the same mistakes you made with them. Human behavior repeats always. It can be compensated for, but it cannot be completely tamed or caged until the walls crumble. Why would God create such a mess? 1, He is a God of souls, not the body. And 2, to grow you must have an opposing force that will challenge you to think in new and innovative ways. We must value both forces, respect and listen, because both have lessons to teach, but only if you can be flexible enough to let the other side challenge your life experiences. Humility and self-confidence are the opposing forces in balanced harmony, but humility always recedes for a time and conflict arrives in society.